We are rebels in our hearts. Rebels we are one. Rebels we are one. Rebels in our heart. Rebels in our heart. We are rebels in our heart.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Rebels in our hearts. For fuck's sake.
Thank good hummus. Bad death.
Morning.
Take care of yourself, troll.
From Gully come. There, my missus. Hersey?
We did, yes.
She. How?
She's all right, but don't wake her or she'll rip your head off.
Dear old bug. Like me she. Live a flesh feed.
Oh, I'm alright. How about yourself?
Die now!
So I was playing some Saints Row before I started the stream.
shit and die!
And I was hearing voices that were very, very familiar. Most of the time I'm playing without sound because I'm usually listening to music or radio like I am right now. So most of the time when I play games, the only time I actually hear voices or whatever is when I'm actually on stream. And so I was hearing some rather familiar voices, and one of them really stuck out to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that Mila Kunis? And I'm like, so I look at the fucking cast, and it was Mila Kunis, or however you say her name. And looking at the list, Tierra Carrera is also in this game. It's like a shit ton of voices that I recognize. Let's see. Keith David, Tierra Carrera, Cy Smith, Michael Rappaport, Daniel Day Cam, Michael Clark Duncan, Mila Kunis, Philip Anthony Rodriguez, David Carradine, Clancy Brown, Dante Basco, Maurice Comte, Affian Crockett, Adrian Wilkinson. Those are all the people with a picture. There are, of course, many other names on here, but still, I mean... It's always fascinating when I boot up a game and I'm hearing voices that are very familiar, but not to a face that's familiar. Kind of like Patrick Stewart. He's done a few games I've played. Then Jen, of course, is like, who is this? I don't know, look at the cast of this. Most of the time I'm just playing, man. I don't really care who the voices are, but every now and then a voice sticks out. Excuse me, who are you? Going the right way, or I don't know where the hell I am. Looks like I'm going backwards. What? No, can't be. Right. Mostly I cared about the surroundings, hearing the attack is coming from, or where I need to attack. I'm having fun with Saints Row. It's a good game that I should have played back in the day, but I didn't. Because I heard rumors it was a console.
Come on! Die, bastard!
I can't afford a new fucking console. I'm not gonna kill my console, you know? The only thing that
Medallion's vibrating.
really annoys me about the game is if you die in a mission, there's no fucking checkpoint. You start all the way at the fucking beginning. I can do. I can totally know every game. So, you know how like in Grand Theft Auto you have missions, or Mafia you have missions? This one has missions, but you have to get your rep up in order to do them. Hang on. He's actually reading this story at the moment. I'm here. Ouch. Cat? Cat? Get down then. He's like, just making commentary on my story. Asking questions about the monster. Come on, come on now. Come on, come on now. Come on, my God. Come on now. I'm not a girl, take a now. Come on now. Take a now. She's like, can the monster be a foot tall and handsome? Like, I mean, in the story I did call him ugly. Okay. It didn't specify the height. This little fucker. I think I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me. She's like Ramon's handsome monster. Yep, totally. And somebody says, I want help. He means, I want help. Just be nice if he would, you know, make up his damn mind on how he wants help. Happy? I hear you purring, so you must be content. Oh, so anyway, in Saints Row, in order to do a mission, you have to get your street rep up. In order to get your street rep up, you have to do activities. These are various things. I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me. Just like her, I wanna be pretty. I wanna be pretty. Come on in my face. Come on, I'm ugly. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, jump on. Let's see, there's escort missions where you drive around the city trying to evade news trucks while hookers are entertaining clientele of high renown, like politicians. There's Hitman, where you get a list of targets. Where you have to take out the targets with a specific weapon. The annoying thing about that is you can only carry one type of weapon at a time. One type of pistol, one type of shotgun, one type of rifle, etc., etc., etc. So if it says shoot someone with a 44 Magnum, I have to go buy a fucking 44 Magnum and take their ass down. And those things are expensive. And go jumbo. And we close it. There's mayhem. You go to a location, just destroy everything. Cars, environment, people. And they give you weapons for those, so with unlimited ammo. So that's nice. There's medical fraud, where you literally throw yourself in front of cars to get damaged for money. Or is that insurance fraud? Either which way, it's the same concept. You throw yourself in front of cars. There's drug racketeering, which I have yet to do. Can I help you? And if I'm running low on cash, I can take out a loan. Amount received will depend on how far into the story of plot I am. And if I don't pay it back in time, a couple of goons will come after me that I can't kill. Kick my ass until I pay it back in full. I cannot pay it back in partial payments. Right? Me too. Get down there, jeez.
Looks like Death Mode's people know about the secret passage too.
Right, there's sections of the city that you take over. The game literally starts out with you just approaching a girl to have a chat, and then a gang turf war breaks out in front of you. No, it's not loan from a bank, it's loan jerks. Anyways, so you almost die in the very beginning.
Witcher Geralt and Vernon Roach. Now that's some pairing.
Out of our way, Pangret.
Come on, Roach. You know this is no chance meeting.
You never appear anywhere by chance, always turning up when it pays best.
You haven't changed a bit. Think you're superior because you wiped the royal arse. Sad. Kill them!
So you're recruited by the 3rd Street Saints, which is a very, very small gang. That's just simply wanting to take back the city from the gangs that are causing mayhem. Everything. No kidding. Kill yourselves. Kill yourselves! Or the Witcher will do it for you. Anyway. So you recruited. Very first mission is be inducted by getting your ass kicked. I said fuck that noise and I beat the shit out of everybody else. Which got me a bonus apparently. What's this? And then after the first mission, every mission thereafter takes a chunk of the city back and puts it under your own control. Well, control of the gang, really. The 3rd Street Saints. But, it also gives you money for every section of the city on a daily basis. Which is something that Grand Theft Auto never fucking did. I own this town! I have protection brackets. So where's the profits? I have to go collect them. Really?
Eat shit and die!
Oh, I'm just a gang. There's 3 rival gangs. And the police. Of course. There's the rollers, the... starts with the C and... one other. Ah, the Kings. The Kings are named after Benjamin King. He's the leader. And that's the gang I'm currently focusing most on.
You dying or not?
If you've ever played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it very much feels like that kind of game, except it was much better done. Like, I can walk and shoot, rather than standing in one place and bang, 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 bang. Like, that was the thing that pissed me off the most about the Grand Theft Auto games back in the days. I should be able to walk and shoot. How fucking stupid is my character that I can't walk and shoot at the same time? Come on, people. So you're taking over the city, piece by piece, and every so often you'll get a phone call saying, they're trying to take this section back. And I'm like, no, they're fucking not. They'll go back there, because when it's contested, you don't get money. So I go there, I take out the lieutenants, and free my city. There are 4 games to that series, and I own 3 of them so far. The only one I don't own is the 3rd game.
You said you'd got rid of them.
I underestimated them.
You'll pay for my people, you whore's son, for each and every one of them.
So don't underestimate them this time and never let me down again.
Moldy, time to die. Yes, you will. I think they made it more realistic than Grand Theft Auto ever was. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Grand Theft Auto games, I'm just, you know, enjoying the control schematics a hell of a lot more than this.
Gotcha!
And this spring looks like it's beaming in Stargate. Well, he's technically teleporting.
The perfect foe for you. Don't chase me, it would be stupid.
That was a good fight. I'd forgotten how well you Witchers do sword in hand. What now?
You murdered my men.
I had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there. Henselt ordered your man killed. On Deathmold's urging. I'll not ask for your mercy. To tell you the truth, I don't know what I'd do in your position. But should you decide to spare me, you have my word I'll go and stay out of your way.
I'll hold you to your word. Go where you will.
Next time, choose your missions more carefully.
Perhaps it's time to rest. Got a woman in Tredegar. Julia. She's expecting.
You knocked up Pretty Kitty. Oh, congratulations, Pangrid. And give him my regards.
Thanks, Witcher. I won't be needing this anymore. Take it. Farewell to you both.
See you next time a war rolls around. Die, bastard!
What the fucking hell? Why did he scream, "Die, bastard"? That made zero sense. Whatever. Makes you question exactly why. Yeah, he's still laying on the ground, bleeding out. Hopefully that fixed your audio issue, though.
Hex on you, bastard!
So there was Hensel's mob that got through the tunnels.
They tried.
I'm glad you knocked it out of their heads. So good to see you. Where's Dandelion?
Headed west to Oxenford.
Who'd he plowing cross this time?
Henselt.
Ha! Hensel's about to get whooped, bare-arsed and all. Dandelion could have stayed.
Zoltan, Vergen will fall. Get out of here while you can.
Oh, there'd be nothing dwarven about that. Leaving my mates.
All right, just don't get killed.
Don't get killed yourself, you divot. As soon as Vergen's victorious, I'll find Dandelion. I owe him that much. Incidentally, what are you doing here?
We're looking for Sheila de Tanserville. We heard she was in Vergen.
I got a flash of her noble arse, but only briefly. She's staying in the house of that other sorceress. What's her name?
Philippa Eilhart?
That's the one. Maybe they're suing, because I heard that Philippa.
Where's the house?
It's the furthest to the north. The shortest way is across the rope bridge. And listen, she has a secret passage extending beyond the city walls.
Thanks.
One more thing. It's surrounded York. He's holed up in the town hall with a handful of skulls. Help.
Well, there isn't,
Protect us.
marker for
That's the bridge. Let's go.
squirrels.
Still alive? Go around. We'll meet at Philippa's house.
Naturally.
They'll kill us all.
And yeah. This is the only fucking place I
They'll
can
kill us
go.
all.
Pretty sure that's Philippa. Son.
For the king! For Cadwin!
One in the town hall! Drive them out!
Need the money, but I don't need. Extra fucking weight. Shit. I should just install all these fucking blades. It's not like I use them.
Expect to see you here, Dwan.
A surprise visit. I hope we meet in better circumstances next time.
There will be no next time. There is no more Saskia, no Upper Eddard. It's all gone.
Upper Eddard will endure.
It will never be the way we'd hoped. Goodbye, Witcher.
What the hell did they give me? Oh, a silver sword. Apparently. Five. This is much better. Do I have any enhancements? Surprising you didn't attack me. I think he knows better. Amen. Okay, which way is out? This way? I think so. And there's the only one that knows. Yep. I mean, you guys ass kicked. For my health to regenerate. Taking its sweet fucking time. Oh, I was trying to think ahead earlier. What I should play after the Witcher series is done, blah 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 blah. So I looked up the game length of Witcher 3. That game is apparently 51.5 hours long. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I looked up the game length of this one. It's 24.
See you in Lockwood. You're late, King.
Where are they?
No idea.
Tell me, or I'll...
Don't make me laugh. You wouldn't let me out of here alive anyway.
A soothsayer now. Kill him. For the king! For Cadwin!
Yeah, I know, right? This one's like 24 hours long, and the other one's like double that. Like, what the fuck?
You can certainly fence. It seems I've met my match. You've won the battle, but lost the war. The city's in my hands.
And you're in mine. For the good of the Temerian crown, Vernon Roche is prepared to do anything. If needed, he becomes a murderer and requires others to do the same. Bernard Laredo had only disdain for the world, gave it nothing but suffering. I helped Roche, joined him and his people, and I had to face another choice. Killing the commander of a forgotten trading post is not the same as killing a king. Even if both are murderers and rapists.
Vernon Roach, Temerian cockerel of the Blue Stripes. What will you do with me?
You know perfectly well.
You won't kill me. You wouldn't dare. I'm the King of Kedwin and soon of Lawmark. The North won't survive without me. I've won. Do you know why I rushed into battle? Do you? I had to resolve it before Loch Muin.
He's playing for time. Let's kill him.
Wait. Tell us, King. What's going to happen in Loch Muin?
A new world order, new borders. Everything will change. All the kings and princes of the North will be there. Do you know the old saying? He who controls the Pontar Valley controls the North.
Have the mages been invited?
It's their idea. They want to revive the Council and Conclave. They want to regain their rights and privileges, their place in society. What tripe? I've outsmarted them all. I'll be the one to dictate treaties. I'll show them who's ruler.
You had my men killed.
Of course I had them killed. What do you do with spies in Temeria? Give them awards?
None of those hanged were part of the plot. Only me.
You know the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Your villainy knows no bounds.
What do you call villainy? The fact that I've made Kedwen stronger than ever? You fool! I'm the last ruler of the North whom Nilfgaard must respect. And it will. Witcher, reason with him.
Are murder and rape royal virtues of the New Order too?
Every wench dreams of being ploughed by a king.
And Vess?
Did she complain to you? I thought she liked it. She squeaked like an unoiled hinge.
I'm leaving you two alone.
Squeaky hinge. Funny. Very funny.
You wouldn't dare.
Enough of this plowing chatter. Someone needs to die, and I'll sleep better for it.
I am Henselt of Ardcarreg, the last of the unicorns. I won't beg for mercy.
Look me in the eyes.
Go on! Take your revenge! A flea has bitten a lion.
Henselt. Only we know what happened here. Well, and Henselt. The sooner we forget it, the better.
I'll erase it from my memory.
Sheila teleported herself to Loch Muin.
Where there's Sheila, there's Letho. The murderers are gathering for their peace talks.
We have to be there.
Sheila de Tanserville. I'd sensed from the start that some dark mystery lay behind that cold countenance. Following the demise of the Council and Conclave, there was no one left to keep the mages in line. But regicide? Why? What was this all about? It seemed these questions would be answered at Loch Muin, an ancient city amidst mountains, the remnants of the civilization of the Vrans, whose dusk had come long ago. And you would be right to ask, why did you not set out for Loch Muin, Master Dandelion? Your humble servant and chronicler was forced to flee the Pontar Valley, as he very well might have paid with his life for his heroic stand against King Henselt. And to allow oneself to be humbly slaughtered, consigning to oblivion this account of incredible events, would be a grave transgression against the arts and letters. Yet, forever feeling a vast shared responsibility for the fate of the North, I dispatched to Loch Muin my faithful and capable friend, Geralt of Rivia. Have I mentioned his disdain for politics? Well, it was at Loch Muin where he could finally give vent to it.
Has Radovid's messenger been by?
Yes, sir.
And what did he say?
1 week
Temeria
later.
cannot survive.
Oh, God.
The kingdom will be divided. The nobles are riled. Constable Natalis stands on shaky ground.
The loyal old Natalis will get kicked in the ass. How predictable.
They nearly reached an agreement, but without Foltest's daughter, it didn't work out.
Perfect. Are the quarters ready?
There is a little problem.
Then we must look at this problem. There's no door.
We can't lock her in a doorless cell.
I can see that, you fool. Out of my way. Uncle Deathmold will cast a tiny spell on your little house. Versa Anem. Nilfgaard's most precious gift. Clear up in here. This is Loch Muin, not a bloody pigsty.
Ah, bollocks, Geralt. Marshal Raupenek was a cruel, bloodthirsty prick, true. But the times were different.
He had his men murder every last elf in Loch Muin.
For years, Yorveth and his ilk have been using that banner to wipe their asses clean of the shit they do. In wartime, a commander's forced to make all kinds of decisions. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it lay really heavily on Raupenek's conscience.
Bollocks again. I've already admitted he was a prick. Are you defending the Enshe? They've got barrels of blood on their hands as well. With the Vrans gone, we had to safeguard this source of the power, safeguard this historic city. Huh, elven drivel. Heaps of lizard-like bones were found in nearby caves, all bearing traces of sword cuts. Think what you will. I'm more interested in the city's current inhabitants.
Why am I worried you're going to do something really stupid once we get there?
Above all, I'll find the cure to my suffering.
Deathmold was just a pawn in Henselt's hands.
Deathmold is a bloody murderer, and Henselt was a king. A king I killed. He didn't believe I'd do it till the very end. Nor did I. It's not something I want to discuss again. I don't know if I'll ever strike those images from my mind, but I know I don't want to talk about it.
Taking revenge on Deathmold won't change a thing.
Oh, but it will. The ghosts of my comrades will drink to my health. The blue stripes.
I think he's got it reversed.
I selected a
Deathmold was a pawn of the kings. And he was just too stupid to save it. Go like a moon, like a moon, all I can. Back up and nothing gone. Nothing gone. I'm a loving guy.
Wonder how many more will turn.
You'd think mages often use the king to get what they want,
I wouldn't even give him the chance to die in combat.
probably more often than not, yeah. But in this case, all of the magic users are planning something. They're the ones that hired the Baldy and other
You've
assassins
also
to
lost your
kill the
king,
kings.
Don't forget why you embarked on this mission.
I haven't. If Letho and Sheila are in Loch Muin, they'll never leave it alive.
lot of songs that haven't been played. We could make a whole show with just your song. I know, right? Hell, they could probably do a whole week with just the songs that I've requested over the season that they haven't played.
Knights of the Order.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Yeah, we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Loch Muin is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakam Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel over the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Who goes there?
Vernon Roach, in the service of the Kingdom of Temeria.
Pass through then.
One more thing, the Witcher Geralt of Rivia is with me. I trust you'll let him pass if he turns up.
Here to let Foltest's killer through.
I'm after the real murderer, as Geralt will put me on his trail.
If you say so. None of our concern. Temeria's internal affairs. Halt! And who might you be?
That's Geralt of Rivia, the man I mentioned.
So you did. Question is, where's the truth in all this? Everyone says the Witcher killed Foltest. You're the only one claiming he didn't.
You shouldn't even be here.
Radovid invited us.
What exactly are you doing here?
That's none of your concern. Be along with you.
Looks like Radovid doesn't believe the peace talks will end peacefully.
You can be sure of one thing. Not a soul is to be trusted in this city.
Not a soul to be trusted anytime, anywhere, period.
We need to assess the situation. Whoever stationed the knights at Loch Muin's gates is likely to know the most and to have the upper hand.
Mutant. Blessed be the eternal fire.
In its radiance we live, and to it our lives.
I remember you from visiting.
In its heat.
Dum 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 baby, come on, come on, come on. Oh, baby.
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
Come on, G. Come on down. Come on, they get me down. Come on, they get me down. Come on, they get me down. Come on to the town. Come on, they get me down. Come on, they get me down.
Not his head! I must have proof!
Come on, oh, baby, baby, crazy, yeah. Come on, You think it's only one song per person? Possibly. I would imagine it probably is. Unless they ran out of song requests from people. Black and white, like a mother gun in the mirror. Come on to the cheat on me. Come on to the good thoughty. Oh. If we're lucky, dipshit won't be read at all. Mentioned at all, brother.
How many more can there be?
I don't even remember when I requested this song. It's been a while. We probably won't be lucky. I know.
Oh, be damned.
That was your last warning.
Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight! Know what attention means, you fool? Where are you from?
Love shot. No, 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 no. Ooh, it's a love shot. No, 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 no,
snitch.
Don't try this again.
No, 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 no. Ooh, it's a love shot.
Understood, ladies?
Finally, some fucking shots.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Hello, how are you? It's better anyway. You can go just that crazy. What am I supposed to be doing? Where's the marker?
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
No, but we have some very important news for him.
I cannot let you through to see the king.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the king and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us.
I was on the Swordmaster pass.
Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kaedwen.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kaedwen picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos. So you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
He's a stubborn colt. Wouldn't listen.
What do you want here?
Just as I thought. I remember when he rode to Vizima.
Did you request an audience with the king?
Yes.
The king will receive you.
When did I make a request to see the king?
The White Wolf?
Other than the guard outside 3 doors ago?
Geralt
That
of
guard
Rivia.
looks like he's
Your Majesty.
ready for football.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Ponsar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead, though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
I killed a would-be assassin. Pure coincidence. I just happened to be there.
Things like that oft seem to happen to you. Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. In the chaos that followed the Battle of Vergen, we caught up to him in one of the houses.
I killed him because it had to be done. It was just. And Deathmold is next on the list.
That is the only reason I won't have you hanged, Vernon Roach. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Sheila de Tanzaville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
We killed one of them in Edirn. Deathmold used his magic to give me a glimpse of the past. I saw the assassin talking to others. They spoke of Sheila.
One mage's magic shows another's guilt. And it's no ordinary magic, but the forbidden path of necromancy.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talk's beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwin. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
Why does Deathmold need Foltest's daughter?
The girl has become entirely dependent on him, which will strengthen his position in the Conclave. Remember, he who has Anais will have the upper hand today. The girl is most important, Witcher. I denounce our engagement and make her Queen of Redania and Temeria. The nobles of Vizima would greet her on bended knee, and the North would emerge stronger than ever. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Busi's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Now, of course he wants me to do the dirty work. Why wouldn't he? Without the dirty work, there's no real game, is there?
Roach. Roach!
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Busi is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais. Learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might
All
know
of them
what
are
happened to
assholes. No
Busi.
one
Thus
ever
far,
held the
we've
door
heard
open.
rumors.
No kidding.
Take her to the river.
They in fact close it behind them.
All right, Roach. I'll help you this one last time.
I'll search for a back way into the Kedweni camp.
You're forgetting. I came here for Triss.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian camp threatens us all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roach. Which way are we headed?
We shall leave Lochmuin through the Order's camp. We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go onto the river. Who knows what we'll find.
Expecting someone?
Does it matter, Witcher?
You did mention vipers. The Count and the Baron.
Blessed be the eternal
Powerful
fire.
Men, important in the Temerian camp. And foreign scruples.
Vernon's mentioned them. I guess I have them to thank for an interesting chat Roach and I had a while back. Know them well.
Too early to pry, Witcher. I'll not let you pick my brain and abandon me.
The main path leads to the right.
That's where they're likely to be waiting.
Roach would say they'd be waiting along both paths.
Roach, Roach, Roach. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. I've agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood. Calm thus far. Your dear Roach seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history. Or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Lochmuin for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
Let's go.
It's not far now. Redlin awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roach's contacts?
No, a smuggler. I'd be looking for another way out if he were Roach's man.
Stay behind me.
stay behind me, and yet she walks right next to me.
It's Roach's bitch! Kill them!
Wanna dance, white-headed?
I'll have your head!
They were expecting us.
No time to lose. How much further?
Not far. We must stay on this path. It's the shortest way.
You've gotten into some serious trouble.
I should say so. Temeria is like a haystack.
Hit the freak!
Death to all shit-eaters!
So, 2 from SP so far. Come on, ODD, go the gum, come on, the nothing.
Guess they'll never learn.
The 19th sketch, the Come on, the 19th sketch, 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 come on, the 19th. Sure, we'll have more than one just once on played. Not really expecting anything from me, though.
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Kill her!
Threesome. Oh, I hope they play one of your song requests. If only Deathbolt would die that easily.
I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation. Who were those men? Who have you been hiding from?
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said, and you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Who's out to kill you?
I don't know.
There you go again.
Truly, I cannot be sure. At first I thought it was revenge for the children. But he knows I'm no traitor.
It's not Roach. We both know that.
Yes, you're right.
Tell me about the Vipers.
They created this storm.
Are they working together?
I would say they detest one another. Or that's what they wish everyone to believe. The devil only knows.
What does Baron Kimbold want?
A strong Temeria, and a strong North. He's obsessed. He believes we're surrounded by rebels and traitors. The Lavalettes, the Marabels.
He's probably not alone in that belief.
But he is alone in believing that he himself is the remedy for that ailment. The Baron sees himself on the Temerian throne. He claimed he would achieve this by marrying Anais.
Isn't she a little young for him?
He's a disgusting old setter. He'd be a tyrant were he to don the crown.
You know what the Count intends?
No, but I cannot imagine anyone more different from Baron Kimbold.
Meaning?
I would call him a sheep were his heart not black. He's a jester, an especially nasty one, though I cannot identify his master. He may not even have one.
Seems you got to know the Baron and the Count well. Then there's Roach. Pretty interesting social life, I'd say.
Being a courtier, that was no life for me. I thought it terribly dull and found a remedy.
Searching for excitement shouldn't get you killed.
It's the last time I do anything of the sort.
You can't be sure of that. Is Vernon the only person you do favors for?
I've never betrayed Temeria, if that's what you ask.
What happened to the convoy carrying Anais and Busi? What about the children?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention. The children were in 2 separate wagons, a safety measure, I was told.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander. A change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked. The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Busi's wagon was shot. The horses got spooked and ran off into the forest, taking the wagon with them. When the fighting was done, they found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do. They nearly grabbed her and fled.
Any idea what happened to the caravan commander's orders?
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry. They didn't even think to search the corpses. Take them.
Thanks. Sure you can manage that boat?
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.
What was that boy? Boosie? We're crying out loud.
Blessed be the...
In
I
its
remember you
radiance.
from this.
I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out! Tend to this matter.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
The convoy carrying Anais and Boosie was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense! I sent no such letter.
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
I have it.
Show me.
You'll have to take my word.
The word of a wandering monster slayer means nothing to me. If that's the situation, I've said all I have to say. I wrote no such letter.
Words come cheap, Baron. I'm finding it hard to believe you.
I care little for what you believe. If this letter exists, we are dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. My scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
All right. I'll see what this scribe has to say.
There are objective means of examining the letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you well for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when payment's involved.
Calling me sauced? Nah. I'm
Drunker than a
clear
bard.
of mind,
Won't get anything
like
out of him. Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
Pages have been soaked in a substance that turned blue when treated with the activator. Activator's composition must be kept secret, but I offer it here in encrypted form as a reminder. Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will find the facts. Evans. Read the truth by lies deformed. Guano into piss transform. Huh?
Young alchemist, do as you order. I dash it to water.
I hope these notes are a little more clear. Ask kindly, my good lord, my summons, my cord, my good lord, heed it keenly, my good. Okay. Those wishing to conceal the true contents of their missives from third parties often resort to penning their letters with invisible ink. Message set down in this manner becomes visible only when the document is treated with a substance that reveals the writing. Some use invisible ink as a dye, soaking entire pages of it instead of using it to write. Recipient of a message thus treated can confirm its authenticity by applying a substance that will turn the page a specific color, usually blue. Okay. Activator's composition. So if I set it on fire, put it out, I don't know what shit and rinse is, but okay. Shit and piss.
Covenants! A string of
I am all kinds of confused.
According to the scribe's notes, if this is Kimbolt's letter, the paper it's written on was treated with an invisible dye. An activator should bring out the dye, turning the paper blue. Now for the activator's formula. Better try it on some drafts first. I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Each a flask, capture the vapors and douse them with water.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform. Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
And shit. And something about piss. I'm going to
a bit of water.
Add water, I guess.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
Okay.
Everything's better with a dash
More
of
shit, I guess.
Damn. destroyed that letter. I need to be more careful.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing test
The
drafts.
substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter. Wait for it to dissolve.
Pretty sure it's this.
A little burnt lime. A bit of water. Everything's better with a dash of bird guano. Damn, destroyed that letter. I need to be more careful. I need to make this...
Okay.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
Light.
Gotta be careful with this.
Maybe the oil.
Wait for it to dissolve.
Pizza flask, maybe.
A bit of water.
Water.
Everything's better with a dash of
shit.
Damn, destroyed that letter. I need to be more careful. I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and a... Heated copper.
Heated copper, then.
A bit of water. How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. Everything's better with a depth. A bit of water. Damn, destroyed that letter.
Okay, I'm fucking confused. Like, yep, I'm Googling because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, we're gonna put this in code. Okay. Maybe they should have made the goddamn code a little more clear, because... I know guano is shit. lime, water, guano.
I need to make a little burnt lime, a bit of water. Everything's better with a... Wait for it to dissolve. I need to add burnt lime to the flask, then quench it with water. Add bird guano to that, heat it, then capture the vapors and run them through cold water to obtain the final substance. All right, let's try this on Kimbold's letter. I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter. A little burnt lime. A bit of water. Everything's better with a dash of bird guano. Wait for it to dissolve. Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimbold had nothing to do with this.
Evil Eye! Ugh.
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Boosie. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
What would it involve?
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yes. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Lochween, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
You're curious to know the content of those letters.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. The man would sell his mother to please the Emperor. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Natalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are. What are your orders?
Bloody wonderful day. Assemble your men and resolve this once and for all.
Master Witcher!
What do you want?
My lord, the Right Honourable Count Maravel requests the pleasure of your company. He says it's urgent.
Seems like everything is these days. Tell the Count I'll think about it.
You have it coming.
Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
So such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so. What's so urgent, Count?
Etiquette is not your enemy, Witcher. It would not hurt you to embrace it at times. In any case, I could not help noticing you circulating in and out of Baron Kimbolt's quarters. Yet I wonder if you are fully aware of the kind of man you serve.
What do you mean?
He cuts a fine figure, doesn't he? The heavy cloak, the silver mane, the booming voice. Yet our worthy Baron is hardly the saint he makes himself out to be.
A lot of that going around recently.
I am in possession of certain information that might interest you.
Mm-hmm. And you want to share it because?
We come from different worlds, Witcher. On the surface, we are as unlike as wraiths and wyverns. Yet, no matter our preferences, culinary, political, erotic, ultimately we both are interested in and tirelessly seek one and the same thing: the truth.
Only a fool would disagree. Tell me what you know.
I saw through you immediately, Witcher. I'm content I was not mistaken. You are not the sole person to have repeatedly visited our kind-hearted Baron recently.
Doesn't seem strange to me, given the time and the place.
He has also had some more troublesome callers, blackmailers to be specific. Now, I'm not handing down any verdicts. Perhaps the Baron has some personal problems, in which case I would very much like to help him.
Get to the point, Count.
My people have learned where these blackmailers are encamped. I assume Baron Kimbolt has not been sitting on his hands and has also dispatched his huntsman to find them. A horrible man.
I know who you mean. Ran into him in Kimbolt's quarters.
Then you must also know that if you do not make haste, nothing will be left of our blackmailers, save some rotting corpses. I shall show you where they have their camp, and I merely ask that you learn what is at issue. Naturally, you can count on my gratitude, though we both know that is not the greatest reward.
I can't promise you anything, Count, but I'll think about it. Farewell.
Let's do this messenger business. Because of the two, the Baron seems a little more straight.
Aldrich, Baron Kimbolt said you'd point Hieronymus Lash out to me.
Perfect timing. Come with me.
Uh-oh! Trouble!
Like I said earlier, these dickheads shut the door in my face.
Where's Lash?
Patience, mate. They should be here any minute. Look, there they are. I've done my bit. Up to you now.
We've got a tail. Stop him.
Stop there, White One.
What if I don't?
Then I'll fucking help you!
I'd like to see you try.
Consider it done! Temeria! That's the one. Kill him!
It's amazing how many people they're trying to get to stop me from getting this message. Not even talking to me about what I want. Just trying to kill me. That doesn't seem suspicious whatsoever.
Enough! You shall die, here and now.
Actual fuck. Actual fucking hell. Aha, bitch. Your Excellency, I am happy to report that Anais, Foltest's bastard daughter, has been handed over to the Quinelli. I cannot read that freaking name. In your Excellency's name, as per our agreement, the girl is now under the Sorcerer Deathmold's care and appeared to be more than pleased with the gift. I trust that since I have concluded my end of the matter, I can now expect swift closure thereof on your Excellency's part. Sadly, not all that went as planned. Foltest's bastard son Boise perished through a series of unfortunate coincidences. Yet when dealing with such complex situations rife with unseen circumstances, one must be prepared for certain losses. Mourn for the lad, yet I trust your excellency will see the advantages of this turn of events. Besides, can one really expect to cheat fate? Your marvel. So, he was behind. The abduction, okay.
Take that.
Behave yourself, Witcher!
Yeah, I find it fucking ridiculous. I have to sheathe my sword around guards.
Trickster.
They clearly have weapons out.
Roach may trust you, but I'm not so sure. What do you want?
There's a traitor among the Temerians.
Careful, Witcher. You'd better have evidence if you plan to accuse someone of treason.
Boosie and Anais.
Yes?
I wonder if this letter's also fake. I wonder if I can actually test the damn thing.
It's you!
Witcher.
Young alchemist, do as you order. I dash it to water.
Can't. Oh well. Guess I talked to this guy and accuse Marvel because it was caught on his messenger.
One day someone will get you in a dog.
Boosie.
Yes?
You have a traitor in your camp, Constable.
I know what the Temerian nobles think of me. They have no love for me and seek to subvert me at every step. And that is how it will stay as long as the throne remains vacant.
I'm not talking about you. Count Maravel is responsible for Busi's death, and for Anais landing in Kaedweni hands.
A grave charge, Witcher.
This letter clearly shows Count Maravel's men ambushed the convoy carrying Foltest's children. The boy was killed during the assault. They kidnapped Anais and handed her over to the Nilfgaardians.
Why? For what amount of gold? For what swathes of land did that tub of lard, dripping with wealth, go so far as to commit treason against the state? I thank you, Witcher. You have done us all no small favor, though the Count's trial will bring its own share of grief. That is the state of affairs, Baron. Count Linus Maravel is a traitor. He has betrayed us, he has betrayed Temeria, he has betrayed the entire North.
You have at last seen the light, Constable, and I am content. We must show the Count that even in this trying hour, Temeria remains strong, united.
So many crowned heads in one place. You must be pleased.
Okay, that other one failed because it was a choice. Do this or do that. Like my reward from Kimbolts. Okay.
If it were up to me, I'd stick the dogs on you.
Baron, about that generous reward you mentioned, I'm here to collect.
I see I was not wrong about you. A thug for hire, nothing more.
I was hoping she'd be singing a song for us, but apparently not.
Dog catcher with a hook. Yeah. That's another thing. I was hoping it'd be live, but apparently not. Cade Mill.
Huh.
You are to guard the camp like it's the Emperor's treasure.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Let so much as a flea slip through, and you shall pay with your heads. Look who's here. The Rivian Witcher.
Greetings.
Our paths cross often, it seems.
Too often.
What do you seek here?
Triss Merigold.
In the Nilfgaardian camp? Fistek has addled your brain.
Lower your sword, son.
You've got cheek, Geralt.
Let's go. One false move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Ep Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself. He'd rather die than give you Merigold.
Then he'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estellen...
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
No idea.
Gate's closed. There must be another way in.
For the Emperor!
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make the Emperor proud! Kill him!
Long live the Emperor!
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
Next.
For Nilfgaard! You're a stubborn beast, Nordling. Die, dog! Die, Nordling! Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
There are things you and your kind will never comprehend.
And what are those?
Friendship.
Tell me, is the friendship of traitors and conspirators worth it?
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other Lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you Empire's true power.
Can
Surround
I off
him!
his head already?
Eliadio Archineas.
Shame to the Empire! Shield bearers, forward!
Long live the Emperor!
Emperor, I failed you.
Okay, everybody's dead. This one. Accelerate spectrality. Again with the running away. Bastards. In the end, he got it though. Death by fireball. Not the liquor either.
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
When I left Flotsam with Vernon, I somehow doubted I'd find you so soon.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
I'd slaughter half the Nilfgaardian army for a friend. I know you're a member of the Lodge, Triss.
How do you know of the Lodge?
Does it matter? I also know the Lodge was behind Demavend's assassination.
Geralt, I
trust you.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that...
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing it.
Don't insult me.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold ep Mattsson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thanedd massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselder Radovid. Sheila and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new state. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious, but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings with Letho.
If only I'd learned that, everything could have been different.
Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything. I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken. It's even worse when you return to your true form. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was carried as that figurine all the way to Loch Muin. Asira decompressed me back just before they murdered her. Shillard interrogated me, but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
So they switched the question up. That doesn't surprise me. Oh.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley. No strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia.
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demoven's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
That would be stupid. Killing Demoven was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roach wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few orans.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Yorvith?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Hensel was practically inevitable.
That'll have to do for now.
We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanedd massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility. I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sheila de Tancerville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
A feast for the crows.
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all?
They didn't slaughter themselves.
Oh, shit.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
The Lodge remembers too.
Rest assured I won't let anyone compress me again.
Some of the sorceresses will be surprised to see you. Watch them closely.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and...
Constable John Natalis.
Interest, Don Natalis. He is regent.
So, even the Nilfgaardians have graced us with...
We're about to witness a great event.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go inside.
It's now or never.
In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I, too, would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais La Valette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives. I hasten to remind you that Vernon Roche, his capture is also your responsibility. He is suspected of murdering King Henselt soon after the monarch's triumph in Vergen. As a Temerian soldier, Roche remains under your jurisdiction, Natalis.
Vernon Roche disappeared with his unit a few days after the successful siege of La Valette Castle. Should he reappear in Temeria, he shall be arrested and tried as the law prescribes.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
don't know the whole truth. We're not denying that she was behind it. And she's not sharing that. What the fuck that is? I want to say dragon, but it's not a dragon. Oh look, it's a pet. Angry lizard.
Crap! Magic's no good here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Stand back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me, not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you. How do you like my dragon? You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sesemphasis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Aedirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of La Valette Castle. That hardly supports your tale.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Farewell!
Something's not right! The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
Nah.
The diamond! Remove the diamond! I'll give you anything you want! No! No!
I could have removed the diamond. But she seemed to deserve to die. I like the way you paint the walls. Die. Sure, could you possibly stop being so damn stupid and pull a fucking sword? Stupid handbag attacking you. Well, that's one way to kill a dragon. Man, you need to work on your...
List of the Lodge's sorceresses.
A list of the whores who'll help us find.
lot of belts and bags. And shoes. Epilogue. I wonder how long this is.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
I had to kill it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Philippa enslaved the dragon with her magic. If I'd let it live, we'd surely find it serving the Lodge of Sorceresses. Many more would have died. Before the sorceresses broke the creature's will, it was noble and beautiful in its own way. But I'm dead tired of having to choose the lesser evil.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
This should be interesting. What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Cadwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
So I'm there, and Letho's waiting all the way the fuck over yonder. Yeah, no. It will wait till tomorrow, because this seems like it's going to be drawn out. Probably another good hour on this. Because they'll be fighting, and this, and that. Yeah. I'm just gonna save here and call it a night. Oh, it's been a maze. Yeah, it's even more of a fucking maze. Oh, fuck hell. What with magic binds and golems and this, that, and the other. So tomorrow and Saturday, 11 p.m., I'll be playing Witcher. Witcher 2 and probably 3. This one's almost done. I'm on the epilogue. Monday, I'll start off with Arcane Age at 8:30 a.m. ish. And then I'll move on to Days Gone. Shortly after. Tuesday, I'll be playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And then we'll circle back next Friday, because this week I had a couple extra streams. Next Friday, 11 p.m., I'll be playing Witcher 3, I'm sure. By then, I'll be on that. Anywho. Till next time, have a good one.